Today, Professor Dr. Manoj Kumar will give lecture of his book Customer Relationship Management and on the topic of the touch point analysis, how the customer relations can be made stronger. Few marketers would dispute the statement that it is the sum of the all customers' interaction with a company over time that ultimately creates or destroys that company's brand value. That destroys the company's brand value. Yet few companies take the time to look at their own business practices comprehensively through the lens of their customer to understand how they measure up their customers' need and expectation. To measure up their customers' need and expectation. Does each customer interaction live up to the brand experience that the company is trying to create? Each customer live up to the brand experience that the company is trying to create? Are you providing a more consistent and relevant customer experience? Are you providing a more consistent and relevant customer experience than your competitors are? Which interaction are the most powerful for creating customer loyalty? Most powerful for the creating the customer loyalty is the important how the customer become loyal to you. Creating the customer loyalty is the important for any of the company. Fielding customer satisfaction survey is not enough to better serve their customer base and more effectively acquire the new customer is the acquiring of the new customer is the important. Organization need to delve into the details of the individual interaction. Details of the individual interaction to understand the relationship between the each customer touch point and the value of it delivers to the customer. Relationship between each customer touch point and the value it delivers to the customer. After all, value may be the built through a series of the positive experiences. A positive experience is important, but it is maintained through constantly meeting the needs and expectations of your customers throughout the customer life cycle. Customer's life cycle from pre-purchase consideration to the post-purchase evaluation. Companies that have recognized and leveraged this insight may have reaped the benefits through the improved key performance metrics. So, despite such success, why do so few companies take a comprehensive look at their customer touch point? What are the customer touch points are there? And of those companies that have undertaken such initiative, why have so many faltered? Why are so many faltered? The challenge lies in the functional silos in which the most organizations operate. Customer experience your company horizontally across the organizational boundary. But most companies approach customer interaction on a functional basis. But most companies approach the customer interaction on a functional basis. The type result, the inability of the cross-functional teams to derive holistic change ultimately produces a disjointed experience of your customer. Disjointed experience of your customer. Touchpoint analysis uncovers powerful customer insights. Hence, the touchpoint analysis is important for the customer attraction as well opportunity to improve how well you meet customer segment needs and the wants. Systematically evaluating performance across all customer touch points can lead to a better organizational alignment, increased brand perception, and concrete improvement in the acquisition, retention, and upsell and cross-sell efforts. Retention and upsell and the cross-sell efforts. Conducting a touchpoint assessment. Managing your customer experience is an ongoing and evolutionary process. Customer experience is an ongoing and the evolutionary process that takes time. It takes time to understand the customer, of the needs of the customer, and cross-functional complement if it is to deliver the significant result. Because customers' need and expectation change over time. Customer need and expectation change over time. The way you meet them must evolve in accordance with those shifts. Customer touchpoint management provides a company with a critical baseline, from which it can start to evaluate itself through the eyes of its customer and make a small improvement to enhance the customer experience. The approach is simple and relies on using the proven process analysis technique to see your business through the lens of your customers. Although the process is straightforward, executing it is as far more complex. It requires listening to your customers despite receiving feedback that might challenge internal beliefs, and then aligning the organization around the changes that will improve the customer experience. Following points outline an approach to assessing and managing customer experience across all your touch points. Assessing and managing customer experience across all your touch points. Baseline your performance. Customer touch point project should begin with a review of the customer insight you already have and a map of the customer interaction to understand where the data collection is still needed. Gather supplemental data through various research methods, such as a direct interview. Conduct the supplemented data through the direct interview. Short past event survey. The key is to ensure that the baseline assessment not only collects the relevant information on customers' need and expectation at every stage in the customer life cycle, but also seek to objectively measure how well each interaction adds to or subtract from the brand value. Are you delivering a consistent and the relevant experience? How does a particular interaction compare with your competitor? How does a particular interaction compare with the computer? Analyze value drivers. The next step is to analyze which interaction matter most to customer and what dimension of those interaction drive value from a customer perspective. Touch point with high volume of the customer interaction and those that can elicit potentially strong emotion in the customer. Website, customer service department tend to have the most significant impact of your brand. Understanding the value driver, especially by the customer segment, will help you to target where to begin improving value of your customer. In doing such analysis, ask yourself, what do my customer value in experience? Which experiences are enhancing my relationship with my customer? How do these experiences differ by customer segment? How do these experiences differ by the customer segment? Develop and implement an improvement plan. Kicking off initiative to improve customer experience usually require the effort and support of the several cross-functional teams. The level of the buy-in across the organization to deliver a consistent brand experience will make or break your efforts. For this reason, giving priority to a few quick wins, those that are easy to implement but will have a big impact, will help show your customer and your intellectual critics benefits of the managing the customer experience. While mapping out the correct sequence of the initiative, ask yourself the following: what are the needs of my most profitable segment? What impact can I deliver in the short term and the long term? How am I going to align the organization to improve the customer experience? What do I need buy in for? Measure the impact. The goal of the touch point analysis is to drive customer value. Measuring the improvement in the customer experience and understanding movement in the key performance indicators. Lifetime value of the customer, retention rates, customers' willingness to recommend your brand will help you to understand how improving touch points affect loyalty, brand equity, and the overall property of the specific customer segment. The shifts in some of these matrices will likely to occur over the long term rather than immediately. Therefore, they must be monitored over time. The customer lens. Every organization, whether it starts with the small steps or radically shifts its culture to become more customer-centric, should consider customer touchpoint analysis and management as a tool to drive increased business value. The mechanics and the steps necessary to improve the customer experience are not rocket science. The challenge comes with developing a truly objective analysis based on the company's cross-organizational boundary and the functional implication. Company would benefit from hiring a third party to lead the effort or developing internal customer advocacy group to ensure that the customer is at the center of the decision being made across the organization and to help align the organization behind the effort. Customer touchpoint analysis is akin to taking a really honest look in the organizational mirror. The face you see is not always the one you thought your customer were seeing, and that is also its greatest value. When conducted the right way, customer touchpoint analysis can provide invaluable insight that serve as a catalyst for change and increase customer value. Each of us can recall good and bad customer experience, where an online buying experience, the responsibility from a supplier, or the encounter with someone on the front line. We remember the hopefully reward the stellar. And when it comes to the mediocre and downright terrible, we react by taking our business elsewhere or not making a referral. As business leaders, we understand the importance of every single interaction a customer or prospect has with our company, especially in today's environment of the intense competition, low switching costs, and increased commoditization in the dynamic environment. We are in the right road. We need to recognize the customer are the reevaluating everything. Yet we find that many companies continue to flounder when it comes to manage customer experience and engagement. Customer experience and engagement have evolved from the table stakes to the point of the differentiation. More and more evidence strongly suggests that there is a link between customer experience, engagement, and the financial success of the company. The vast number of the touch points associated with the overall customer experience makes for a complex process. Therefore, it is important to understand how each touch point contributes to the overall customer experience, because an issue encountered at one of these points can dramatically influence the overall experience. So, what are some things your company can do to begin understand how to improve the customer experience and the management? We have found that the company truly focus on improving the customer engagement do at least three things. They identify all the key touch points a customer has with their company, measure the effectiveness of these points, and use them to create a map of the customer experience. It all begins with the touch points. A customer experience does not begin and end at the transaction, visit to website, or conversion with the customer service. The customer experience process encompasses the moment the customer becomes aware of your company and is comprised of the multiple independent interaction, transaction, and contacts along the way. Ray Evelyn, author of the Everything They Have Told You About the Marketing is Wrong, and an analyst at the Attack Group LLC suggests the following definition for the customer engagement: repeated interaction that strengthen the emotional, psychological, or physical investment a customer has in a brand. All these repeated instructions are actually touch point. For our discussion, we will define a touch point as many customer interaction or encounter that can influence the customer perception of your product, service, or brand. A touch point can be intentional, an email you send out, or unintentional, an online review of your product or the company. As the story at the beginning suggests, touch point begin long before the customer actually makes a purchase and long after. And have made their first transaction. The goal of every company interested in leveraging customer experience as a competitive advantage is to create a positive and consistent experience as each touch point. Your touch point need to include every encounter in the interaction process, such as your website, blog, email, newsletter, press coverage, articles, industry events, webinars, brochure, product literature, advertisement, etc. to the sample. White paper, product demos, initial calls, sale presentation and meeting to your contact, product deployment or the delivery process to your customer service, invoice or travel ticket to a loyalty card or a referral program in your retention process. As you can see, for most companies, this is going to the fairly long list. Inventory touch point. Before you can begin measuring the effectiveness of each touch point, we have found that it helps to make an inventory of all the touch points encountered by your customers. When you inventory your touch point, you will want to know at least the following: where the touch point is typically encountered in the customer life cycle, the operational purpose of the touch point. On the operational side, a touch point may be designed to identify a prospect, resolve a problem, activate conversion, or support executing a transaction. The role of the touch point should in the customer experience, such as influencing perception, building preference, or creating the loyalty. Who wants the touch point? Appointment scheduling may be owned by the pre-sales, invoicing by accounting, and website by the marketing. The touch point value, while all touch point matter, they are not equal. A bad experience on touch point may be enough to make a customer value lead to a bad experience on the another, while interacting the potential damaging if fixed on time can be overlooked. Assess each touch point's effectiveness. Now that you have a complete inventory of your touch points and you understand the impact of the each touch point in the experience as well as operational purpose and customer experience role of the each touch point, you can assess the effectiveness of the each touch point in terms of achieving its intended purpose against both operational and customer experience objective. Although overarching matrices such as customer satisfaction and customer advocacy are quickly becoming standard metrics today, attempting to measure the customer experience with a single metric can overlap simplistic and the risky. Effectively managing the customer experience requires 4 effective measurement and management of a portfolio of the matrices, including touch point effectiveness, to gain the insight into what is and is not working. We find it worthwhile to actually plot this analysis on a 2x2 grid, with one axis level operational effectiveness and the other level customer experience effectiveness. Our analysis methodology enables us to map such touch point onto the grid and place it onto one of our quadrants: high effectiveness, low effectiveness, high operational, low customer role effectiveness, and the low operational, high customer role effectiveness. The mapping will allow us visualize whether and where there are weak links in the overall experience. Take action. When we create a touch point inventory, we actually end up with the 3 pieces of the data for each touch point: an impact importance score, an effectiveness score, and a point on the grid. For those touch points that were in low quadrant of the grid that have a rating of the 8 or higher for the importance, they are above the line, we recommend developing, publishing, and implementing a corrective action plan. If it has been a while since you last acquired customer feedback, don't put up this type of the research any longer. In today's environment, it pays to be smart. The goal of this type of the effort is to enable you to use these touch points to enforce your value proposition with customer and employee. Every interaction matters. Delivering great customer experience is not something a few people in the company need to do. It is something that everyone in the company needs to do. Customer experience and engagement is a core competency and the one that every company needs to do. Qualitative self-assessment. State whether the following statements are true or false. The touch point analysis to the bank. A customer experience began and a transaction. The case study of the technology comes last. Butso Uoso Chicago, size of approximately 2%, Microsoft Dynamics CRM, August 2011. On record, senior manager of the IT, Jeff Clark, and the National Business Development, Erica Jesko. Challenge objective: growing the client base, improved outreach to the existing client base, and taking a collaborating approach to doing so. Amount spent, pricing was a by seat due to firm size. Cost was 7 figures with the consulting and licensing. Process: CRM had been the video's roadmap for many years, but lack of the understanding of what a consolidated CRM system could offer a partnership slowed the process. Many partners in the firm had used other contact management systems, ranging from simple Excel files to the goldmine and Act. I think that what finally clicked for us was partners getting clear on the goals and the strategy of the firm. Technology needs to be the last piece of the puzzle, said Jesko. This new system would involve anyone who touches the sales process, and that was key to the building momentum and adoption from the partner. Administrator and IT. We really spent the better part of a year before we even began the selection process. In 2010, BDO asked for the request of the proposal from CRM products finalists, and Clark pointed out that what stood was the Dynamics the CRM was it that looked and felt much this outlook. The product was piloted in a few offices in the October 2010, after which the firm-wide rollout occurred between May and August 2011. But there was much more work outside of the just product installation. There is a massive change management involved with something like this, and I cannot underscore enough the importance of the executive buy-in and partner involvement in decision making, and that leads up to it, said Jesko. Once we set our objective, it is always clear who needs to be involved. From there, we put together an adoption strategy. Set expectation, then a communication and training strategy, Clark added. We would go in an office, spend 2 days going through the business process training, then system training, and followed up with the offices several weeks later with a shorter session to see where everyone was at. The monthly calls with the user who wanted to learn about the specific topics. The firm also has ongoing training sessions every month for anyone who wants to learn, as well as the CRM newsletter, and goes out to update everyone. Results lesson learned. While it is still too soon to see specific financial results from using the system. Approximately 800 employees, including all partner, business development staff, and the select admin currently use Dynamics CRM, and that number is expected to grow. It is expected that by this time next year, some return on investment will be seen. What we are seeing is an enhanced ability in making sure we are growing the client base and being more collaborative in doing so. We also built out additional processes, so there is a structure and accountability, and hired people who can support the process that the system represents, said Clark. The investment does not end with the licensing and consulting cost. You need to have the right people to support the system effectively, and growing understanding and willingness to work with the system. New step: at press time, the firm was using Dynamics version, but looking into the using Dynamics CRM 2011, which has added mobility features. Among many others, Clark, Yesco, and their teams are also identifying what reports partner need. This is a multi-year effort. We planned for the 24 to 36 months of the realizing the full potential of this investment, said Clark. If CRM is just another initiative brought to you by IT, it will fail miserably. Question: analyze the given case. Summary: CRM is a comprehensive approach which provides seamless integration of every area of the business and touches the customer, namely marketing, sales, customer service, and field support, through the integration of the people, process, and technology, taking advantage of the revolutionary impact of the internet. CRM creates a mutually beneficial relationship with your customer. In the rapidly expanding world of the e-commerce, there is a new generation of the empowered customer emerging who demand immediate service with the personalized touch. Customer relationship management does not enable a quick win. It is a long-term approach that has to be adopted at a strategic level. However, the journey of the understanding the strategic benefit of the relationship management has just begun. To a greater degree, companies have understood the implications of the customer relationship management and have identified the risk to their business of not doing so, namely loss of the customer and competitive attack. They are yet to look at the bigger picture and understand all of the associated benefits that would enable their business strategy to be successful. The competencies required to deliver these customer benefits are to deliver on its service promise, integrate products and service channels effectively, customize products, service, and their respective prices, create opportunity for the cross-selling and the delivery mechanism for the one promotion of these products and services, and reduce the gestation period to market by the allowing quick and effective introduction of the new products and the services. Customer relationship management is a business strategy to select and manage the customer to optimize the long-term value. Customer relationship management requires a customer-centric business philosophy and culture to support effective marketing, sales, and the service process. CRM application can enable effective customer relationship management, provided that an enterprise has the right leadership, strategy, and the culture. Keywords: active listening. Active listening is the communication tactic. Active listening requires the listener to understand, interpret, and evaluate what they hear. Behavior analysis is a science concerned with the behavior of the people, and it attempts to understand, describe, and predict their behavior. Body language. Body language is the person's expression, behavior, body movement, etc., through which you can judge that a person is tense, relaxed, worried, happy, and restless. CLTV, it is a reflection of the possible future business a company can expect from the loyal customer. Continuity marketing. These programs are generally aimed at retaining the customer and enhancing their reliability. Cross-selling. Cross-selling is the act of the selling a product or service to customer as a result of the another purchase. Customer relationship management is a business strategy to select and manage customer to optimize long-term value. Event-based marketing. The best definition of the event-based marketing is a time-sensitive marketing or sales communication reacting to a customer-specific event. Verbal behavior. A detailed behavioral analysis of the what constitute language is the provided. Review questions are there. Write short note on CRM. Describe the history of the CRM. How did CRM evolve? What do you understand by the touch point analysis? How the touch point analysis help in increasing customer efficiency? Explain the functionality of the touch point analysis. What are the various steps involved in the touch point analysis function? Explain how the CRM helps in understanding the customer views. How have the customer transformed in the recent times? The further readings are given here. Alex John Burson, Stephen Smith, Kurt Thurling, Anderson Paul, Art Rugenberg. CRM at the speed of the light, Paul Greenberg. Customer relationship management, developing knowledge-based client relationship, Ross Dawson. These are the further reading of the touch point analysis of the customer relationship management.